If you close your eyes and picture a cozy living room from the 1950s, what do you see? Maybe a sleek wooden coffee table with tapered legs, a warm lamp glowing in the corner, and a bold starburst clock quietly ticking on the wall. The 1950s were more than just a decade of style. They were a moment in time when homes were filled with optimism, comfort, and a little touch of space-age wonder. Today, we're taking a warm stroll down memory lane as we count down 20 iconic home pieces that defined mid-century style. These are the items that turned ordinary houses into stylish, modern homes. And even decades later, they still inspire designers and homeowners around the world. 20 ceramic flying ducks or fish wall art, coming in at number 20. It's something a little quirky, a little whimsical, but oh so memorable. Ceramic flying ducks or fish wall art. If you walked into a mid-century dining room or hallway, chances are you'd spot a neat row of glossy ceramic birds or fish gliding across the wall. They weren't fancy, but they brought a touch of life and movement into the home. Popularized in both Britain and America, these little wall decorations spoke to something simple: a love for nature, and a desire to add personality to an otherwise clean-lined modern space. Whether it was a trio of mallard ducks or a school of mid-century fish, they made people smile. And for many kids growing up back then, they're a nostalgic reminder of Grandma's house or Sunday dinners in a cozy family dining room. 19 wrought iron magazine racks. At number 19, we have a piece that sat quietly in the corner, but kept the household running smoothly. The wrought iron magazine rack. Before smartphones and tablets, families kept their reading materials within arm's reach. Glossy magazines, the daily newspaper, or even a crossword puzzle book. These racks often featured curled iron designs or clean geometric patterns, adding a decorative touch even when empty. They were sturdy, stylish, and practical. Perfect for living rooms where evenings were spent with a cup of coffee and the latest issue of Life, or Better Homes and Gardens. It's one of those small items that might not grab the spotlight, but without it, the living room just didn't feel complete. 18 pole lamps. At number 18, we move into something a little taller and a lot brighter: the pole lamp, also known as the tension rod floor lamp. These clever lamps stretched from floor to ceiling, wedging themselves firmly between without the need for screws or nails. They became wildly popular because they fit perfectly in corners, behind sofas, or anywhere you wanted to add warm, directed light without taking up precious floor space. Often finished in sleek brass or black enamel, with multiple adjustable arms and cone-shaped shades, pole lamps brought both form and function into mid-century homes. Picture this: Dad sitting in his recliner, flipping through the evening paper, while a soft pool of light from the pole lamp gently lit the page. Today, they re-back in style, especially in retro-inspired apartments and lofts, a true testament to their timeless charm. Picture this: Dad in his favorite chair, reading the evening paper, Mom nearby with her knitting, and in the corner, the soft glow of a pole lamp, casting warm pools of light across the room. For many households, these lamps weren't just about lighting. They set the mood. Adjustable arms let you aim the light where you needed it: over a book, onto a jigsaw puzzle, or across a card game. Over time, as recessed lighting and table lamps took over, the humble pole lamp faded from popularity. But if you visit vintage shops today, you might still spot one leaning against a wall, just waiting to light up another cozy corner. 17 fiberglass lampshades. Coming in at number 17 is something that paired perfectly with those pole lamps. The fiberglass lampshade. These weren't your typical fabric shades. Instead, they were crafted from thin fiberglass sheets, often embedded with delicate fibers or swirls that caught the light in the most magical way. When lit, they gave off a soft, warm glow, diffused and gentle, creating a cozy atmosphere that invited conversation and relaxation. You'd see them on table lamps, hanging pendants, and yes, those adjustable arms on the pole lamps too. And because they came in soft yellows, creams, and even pastel pinks or greens, they added just the right touch of color without overpowering the room. Fiberglass lampshades are one of those little details that, when you spot one today, instantly transports you back to quiet evenings, hushed conversations, and a home where everything felt just a little softer under that warm golden light. 16 bar carts, and at number 16, we roll into something that added a touch of glamour to many living rooms and dens. The classic bar cart. In the 1950s, entertaining at home was a way of life. Whether it was a small gathering of neighbors or a full-fledged cocktail party, the bar cart made sure hosts were always prepared, usually crafted from brass or chrome, with sleek glass or mirrored shelves. These rolling carts proudly displayed decanters of whiskey, crystal glasses, cocktail shakers, and maybe even a small bowl of olives or cocktail picks. When guests arrived, the host could simply wheel the cart over and mix drinks right there in the living room. It wasn't just practical. It felt sophisticated, modern, and a little glamorous. The bar cart slowly disappeared as drinking habits changed and built-in wet bars became popular. But in recent years, it's made quite the comeback. Today, you'll often see vintage bar carts repurposed as coffee stations, plant stands, or, yes, cocktail stations once again. It's proof that good design never really goes out of style. We're just getting started. Coming up next, bold patterns, pastel kitchens, and the furniture legs that defined a generation. Stay with us. 15. Patterned drapes. At number 15, let us take a look at something that framed every sunny morning and cozy evening. Patterned drapes. In the 1950s, window coverings weren't just about privacy. They were a chance to express personality. Bold prints and playful patterns ruled the day. Think atomic boomerangs, starbursts, abstract leaves, and stylized flowers. Popular fabrics came in soft pastels or earthy tones, and they often matched or complemented the upholstery on the sofa or the colors in the kitchen linoleum. For many families, these drapes were handmade, sewn carefully at home, or selected from thick Sears or Montgomery Ward catalogs that promised modern style for the modern home. When the morning light filtered through those patterned curtains, it gave the whole room a gentle, colorful glow. And when they were drawn closed at night, they wrapped the home in a cozy cocoon, shielding it from the outside world. Even today, those bold, atomic, and natural motifs instantly take us back to a time when homes felt warm, cheerful, and full of life. 14. Bold, geometric rugs. Next up, at number 14, to the bold, geometric rugs that defined mid-century floors. Wall-to-wall carpeting wasn't quite the norm yet, so area rugs became a stylish centerpiece in many living rooms and dens. These weren't your grandmother's floral or Persian-style rugs. Mid-century designs featured striking shapes, diamonds, rectangles, boomerangs, and abstract lines. Colors were equally daring. Deep teals, mustard yellows, burnt oranges, and charcoal grays. These rugs anchored the room, tying together the sleek wooden furniture and colorful accessories with a confident flair. Children played board games on them. Parents rested their feet there after long days, and pets napped lazily in warm afternoon sunbeams that stretched across those bold patterns. Though their vivid colors faded over time, the memory of those geometric shapes remains clear. They were, quite literally, the foundation of mid-century style. 13. Scoop chairs and egg chairs. At number 13, we settle into something comfortable and undeniably stylish. Scoop chairs and egg chairs. These sleek, curved seats were the epitome of futuristic design back then, with molded fiberglass or plywood shells, upholstered cushions, and slender metal or wooden legs. They offered both form and function. Whether it was an armless scoop chair in the corner of a teenage girl's bedroom, or a dramatic egg chair in a bachelor's apartment, these pieces invited you to sit back and relax, but always with style. The curves weren't just pretty, they hugged the body, making the chair surprisingly comfortable for long chats over coffee or an evening radio show. And for many, buying one of these chairs felt like stepping into the future. Inspired by the space age and Scandinavian minimalism, they stood out boldly against more traditional sofas and armchairs. Even today, original scoop and egg chairs are prized finds in vintage shops, and modern reproductions keep their spirit alive in stylish homes everywhere. 12. Pastel-colored appliances. Coming in at number 12, we head into the heart of the home, the kitchen, to admire the pastel-colored appliances that made every meal a little brighter. In the 1950s, kitchens weren't just utilitarian spaces. They were and nothing made them shine like refrigerators, ovens, and blenders in soft shades of mint green, baby blue, pale yellow, and even petal pink. These cheery colors brought life into the kitchen, reflecting the optimism of the era. Brands like General Electric and Frigidaire proudly advertised their colorful lines, promising that housewives could cook dinner in style and make even chores feel fashionable. Families gathered around former kitchen tables with chrome edges, surrounded by matching pastel cabinetry and sparkling appliances that hummed with modern convenience. Over time, stainless steel and white took over, but those pastel beauties have never quite left our hearts. Today, vintage-style appliances in retro colors are making a comeback, and it is not hard to see why. One glimpse, and you're transported straight back to Mum's kitchen, where something delicious was always simmering on the stove. Families gathered around formica kitchen tables with chrome edges, surrounded by matching pastel cabinetry and sparkling countertops. Even the stand, mixers, toasters, and bread boxes followed the trend, splashes of soft color everywhere you looked. And for many children growing up in that era, the gentle hum of the pastel fridge and the warm aroma of cookies baking in a mint green oven are memories that linger sweetly. Over time, stainless steel and neutral tones took over, but those pastel appliances have made a comeback in recent years, reminding us that kitchens can be both functional and full of charm. 11. Room dividers and open shelving. And at number 11, we find a clever design feature that helped shape the flow of mid-century homes. Room dividers and open shelving units. In an era when open-plan living was just beginning to catch on, homeowners still wanted a sense of definition between spaces, but without completely closing off rooms. That's where stylish, airy room dividers came in. These freestanding units, often made of teak or walnut, featured open cubbies, staggered shelves, or even decorative panels with cut-out shapes. They let light pass through while still marking off spaces, separating the living room from the dining area, or carving out a cozy reading nook. Homeowners proudly displayed their favorite books, ceramic vases, potted plants, and little curios in those open shelves. It was a perfect way to show off personality, while keeping the home feeling light and spacious. For many families, that divider wasn't just furniture. It became a memory wall, the place where souvenirs from vacations sat next to black and white family photos and Dad's collection of classic novels. Today, designers still draw inspiration from these versatile pieces, Because, just like back then, we're all looking for a balance between openness and comfort. We're halfway there, and the best is yet to come. Coming up next, we step into the top 10 teak furniture, conversation pits, and the designs that defined an entire era. Stay with us. And just before we crack into the top 10, number 11 is perhaps the most iconic piece of all. The starburst wall clock. Inspired by atomic age optimism and space age fascination, these clocks burst with energy. With brass spokes, wooden rays, or sleek metal arms radiating from a central clock face, they were both functional and sculptural, usually mounted above the mantel in the dining room, or in pride of place on the living room wall. Starburst clocks were hard to miss. They were a conversation starter, a statement of modern style, and a quiet heartbeat for the home, softly ticking away as the decades turned. For many, just glancing at one today brings back the image of a sun-drenched living room, laughter echoing down the hallway, and the simple, steady rhythm of everyday family life. And while wall clocks have faded from necessity in the age of smartphones, vintage starburst clocks remain prized collectibles, cherished not just for their bold looks, but for the memories they quietly kept time over. And now, we're stepping into the top 10. The most defining, the most memorable, and the most beloved pieces that shaped mid-century homes, from sleek furniture to stylish gadgets. The next items tell the story of a generation that embraced the future, but always made sure it felt like home. 10 Teak furniture at number 10. We have one of the hallmarks of mid-century modern design. Teak furniture. Teak was the wood of choice for many designers, with its rich golden brown hue and sleek, minimalist lines. Whether it was a low-slung coffee table, a streamlined dresser, or a set of dining chairs, teak became the symbol of elegance and modernity. The beauty of teak lies in its simplicity. Its straight lines and gentle curves blended seamlessly with the clean, uncluttered aesthetic of the time. And while it was sturdy and functional, it had a softness to it, a warmth that made it feel welcoming in any living room or dining area. Today, vintage teak furniture is still highly sought after, prized for its timeless design and quality craftsmanship. It's a reminder that, even as trends come and go, true style never fades. 9 Low, modular sofas. Number 9 is all about comfort, with a side of modern design. The low, modular sofa. Gone were the days of stiff, overstuffed couches. Instead, the low-profile modular sofa became the centerpiece of mid-century living rooms. These sofas were designed for lounging, with their sleek, low-to-the-ground frames and soft, comfortable cushions. What made them even more special was their modularity. You could arrange the pieces however you liked, creating a seating arrangement that was perfect for your space. Whether you had a small apartment or a spacious family room, these sofas could adapt to your needs, and their simplicity made them the perfect canvas for bold, colorful pillows and throws. These days, modular sofas are still popular, but the original mid-century designs are prized for their craftsmanship and timeless appeal, a true symbol of the era's blend of function and style. 8. Eames Lounge Chair and Ottoman. Number 8 on our list is the Eames Lounge Chair and Ottoman, perhaps one of the most iconic furniture pieces of the 20th century. Created by Charles and Ray Eames, this chair epitomized comfort and luxury. Made from molded plywood and leather, the Eames Lounge Chair was designed to look as good as it felt, offering support for the back and a perfect recline for relaxation. Its sleek, curving form was nothing short of revolutionary, with a combination of warm wood and supple leather, spoke to both modern tastes and old-world craftsmanship. It became the chair of choice for designers, architects, and anyone who wanted to sit in style. And even today, replicas and originals alike are highly sought after. a lasting testament to the timeless nature of good design. 7. Conversation pits at number 7. We dive into one of the most dramatic features of mid-century living rooms. The conversation pit, often built into the floor. These sunken seating areas became the ultimate space for relaxation and conversation. With plush cushions lining the walls and a low, intimate feel, conversation pits were all about creating a cozy, yet stylish, environment for friends and family to gather. Imagine this: a cozy fire crackling nearby, a glass of wine in hand, and the soothing sounds of background jazz filling the air. The conversation pit was a way to embrace relaxation while still embracing style. Over time, as homes became more open and airy, the conversation pit fell out of favor. But if you've ever had the chance to sit in one, you know there is something magical about the space. A feeling of connection and calm that's hard to replicate in today's wide-open living rooms. 6. The refrigerator as a statement. Piece number 6 brings us back to one of the kitchen's unsung heroes. The refrigerator, but not just any fridge. We're talking about the ones that stood out, the ones with personality. In the 1950s, refrigerators weren't just a place to store food. They were a statement of style, often designed in bold colors like turquoise, red, or mint green. With sleek chrome handles and rounded edges, these fridges had a futuristic look that was unlike anything seen before. For many families, the fridge was the centerpiece of the kitchen, and it was a reflection of the modern, optimistic spirit of the times. You could hear the soft hum of the fridge as it kept your milk cold and your leftovers fresh, but its design kept you coming back for another look. These fridges weren't just functional, they were part of the homes, adding an unexpected burst of color and modernity to the kitchen. And even though refrigerators have grown sleeker and more utilitarian over the years, vintage fridges from the 50s are still treasured for their retro charm. Now we're entering the top 5. The true icons of mid-century style. The pieces that set the tone for an entire era. From luxurious lounges to stunning sculptural designs, these next items truly defined the 1950s. 5. Atomic-inspired furniture. Coming in at number 5, we have atomic-inspired furniture, a true hallmark of the mid-century modern aesthetic. If you think about the 50s and 60s, you'll probably picture those sharp, angular lines that seemed to defy gravity. And it was integrated in the design of the homes, but in the furniture too. Atomic furniture often featured playful designs that incorporated elements like boomerang-shaped tables, starburst patterns, and sculptural, asymmetrical forms. These pieces weren't just functional, they were pieces of art. Chairs had curves that swirled and twisted, while coffee tables were often made from glass and metal, hovering above the ground as though suspended in space. The influence of space exploration, the atomic age, and the desire for the future to feel within reach created an aesthetic that felt bold, progressive, and optimistic. And even today, those iconic atomic designs still inspire furniture makers and interior designers around the world. 4. Hanging light fixtures. Number 4 takes us upwards. Quite literally, hanging light fixtures were everywhere in mid-century modern homes. Whether it was a pendant lamp, a chandelier with delicate glow bulbs, or a sleek metal sconce, these light fixtures weren't just about function. They were also a statement of style. Many of these lights were designed to look like pieces of art, some with geometric shapes, others mimicking the sun or the planets, adding to the space-age feel of the era. They were often made from brass, chrome, or even colorful glass, and were strategically placed to illuminate spaces while adding an artistic flair. In the 1950s, lighting became about more than just illuminating a room. It was about creating atmosphere and mood. Hanging light fixtures cast a warm glow that brought people together, making dining rooms feel cozy, living rooms feel inviting, and kitchens feel lively. 3. Chrome and glass furniture. At number 3, we have the sleek elegance of chrome and glass furniture. The rise of chrome and glass was a true testament to the 1950s fascination with shiny, reflective materials that spoke to the modern age. Furniture made from these materials was crisp, shiny, and futuristic. You could find chrome and glass coffee tables, dining tables, and even chairs. The combination of glass surfaces with chrome frames created an airy, light look, giving rooms a sense of space and openness. These pieces were incredibly versatile, too. They could blend seamlessly into a sleek, minimalistic interior or complement a more eclectic, colorful design. The beauty of chrome and glass was that they allowed other elements in the room to stand out, but at the same time, they added a sharp, sophisticated edge to the. Even today, the combination of chrome and glass remains popular in modern design, but the 1950s was the decade that brought it into the spotlight. 2. The lounge chair. Number 2 brings us back to one of the ultimate icons of mid-century modern furniture, the lounge chair. From the Eames lounge chair and ottoman we've already talked about, to the countless other variations of the comfortable yet stylish lounge chair, these pieces were all about one thing: relaxation in style. The lounge chair became a symbol of leisure. It was sleek, it was comfy, and it was a place where you could sit back, relax, and unwind after a long day. Whether it had plush leather cushions, wood arms, or a futuristic design, the lounge chair was always the place to be. And with the rise of TV culture in the 1950s, the lounge chair was often paired with a television, making it the perfect spot for an evening of comfort and entertainment. The lounge chair is more than just furniture. It's a statement of mid-century modern living, a place for rest, a place for contemplation, and of course, a place for some serious style. 1. The mid-century modern sofa. And at number 1, we have what is arguably the most iconic piece of all: the mid-century modern sofa. The sofa was, and still is, the heart of the living room, the spot where families gather, where friends chat, and where we relax after a long day. In the mid-century modern home, the sofa was sleek, simple, and comfortable. Gone were the heavy, overly cushioned sofas of the past. Instead, the mid-century modern sofa had clean lines, angular shapes, and a low profile. It was typically upholstered in fabrics like tweed, velvet, or textured wool, with wooden legs that gave it an air of lightness and sophistication. These sofas often came in bold, statement-making colors, from mustard yellow to burnt orange, to deep teal and olive green, and they weren't just comfortable, they were designed to complement the rest of the homes, blending into the modern, minimalist aesthetic of the time. The mid-century modern sofa was both a reflection of the optimism of the era and a symbol of comfort, relaxation, and style. Even today, a well-loved vintage sofa from the 1950s is a prized piece, a perfect reminder of the timeless elegance of mid-century modern design. And there you have it, to 20 iconic elements of 1950s home that continue to define mid-century style to this day. From bold geometric shapes to luxurious furniture pieces, each item tells the story of a time when design was bold, optimistic, and full of possibility. These pieces were more than just functional. They were part of a movement that embraced a new vision of the future while still cherishing the comforts of home. Whether you're a fan of mid-century modern design or simply someone appreciates the timeless beauty of well-crafted furniture, these items will always hold a special place in the hearts of design lovers. Thanks for joining me on this nostalgic trip through the 1950s, a time when style, design, and innovation came together in the most beautiful ways. Don't forget to like, share, and comment if you've ever had a piece of mid-century modern in your home.